Hello everyone. Today we'll be creating dictionary app. This is completely this is very simple project. We'll be making use of HTML, CSS and JavaScript for this. I'll explain in simple words what it does. Basically, if we type for a particular word in the input field, its definition we'll be getting the definition of the particular word just below that input field. So we'll be making use of API, particular free dictionary API for this. First, what we'll do is, first I'll create an HTML file, index.html, and then I'll also create style.css, style file. First, I'll start with the HTML. So what I'll do initially, I'll just create a basic HTML template and I'll just change the title to dictionary app, or I'll just keep it dictionary app, and let's start writing the HTML code. First, initially what I'll do, I'll just take the parent div tag, I'll just give the class name as container. So this is the first thing. Then what I'll do, I'll just make use of the h1 tag, I'll just give the same name, I'll just write dictionary app, right? And then as I have said, we'll be making use of input tag where the type will be text, and also I'll be making use of ID where I'll be giving the ID name as search input. So also we'll be making use of placeholder, I'll just give it a search. Okay. And I'll make use of one button, I'll just call it search. Suppose when we click this button, when we are fetching for something in the input field and we click on this button, the definition has to we have to get the definition just below it, right? That is what we'll be doing in this project. So after this button, I'll just make use of div. So I'll be giving ID name of definition, right? So this is one thing I'm doing, and this is it for the HTML. The next step what I'll be doing is, I'll just link the style sheet, I'll give the path style.css. So next step what we'll be doing will be writing the styles, right? First thing what I'll do, I'll just make use of body and I'll give margin 0, padding 0, as well as background color I'm taking F0, F0, F0. So this is one thing. I'm also thinking of importing the Poppins font. What I'll do for it is, I'll just search Poppins font. So I'll just click on the first one. I'll click on get font, get embed code, import here. I'll just copy this one and I'll paste here. So we'll be making use of font family Poppins, the secondary one I'll just be giving sans serif. This is one thing. Then we'll be styling for class name container. I'll just take max width of 600 pixel, margin 20 pixel and auto. Also padding of 20 pixel, background color white, also border radius of 5 pixel, box shadow of 10 pixel, and RGB 0.1. So then we'll be styling the H1. This one, for we are styling this one. So I'll just make use of text align center. Next, we'll be styling input. I'll just give type equals text. So what we'll be doing for this is, I'll just take width 100% minus 80 pixel. So this is one thing, and padding I'll just give 10 pixel, margin bottom of 10 pixel, border of 1 pixel solid, CCC, and also border radius of 5 pixel. Next, we'll be writing the styles for button. So I'll just copy this one, paste it. So button will just give padding, horizontal and vertical it will be 10 pixel and 20 pixel, and background color of 007BFF. Color I'll be giving is white. Border, we don't need border, so I'll just consider border none, and border radius of 5 pixel. I'll just set the cursor to pointer. So when we hover button, so we can just consider button on hover. I'll just give the background color, some dark color we have to give, right? So that I'll give just 56P. Next, what we'll be doing is, we will be writing styles for this definition. So as it is ID, it will be ash. So I'll just take margin top of 20 pixel, padding of 10 pixel, border of 1 pixel solid, CCC, border radius of 5 pixels, background color of this is what I'm taking. This is it. This is the simple CSS we have written. I'll just format it out. This is it for the CSS. So what I have done is, I have installed extension, something called live server. So what this does is, if we are making some changes in HTML, it will be directly reflected. It directly gets reflected in the browser. So it will be very helpful. You guys can install it too. And apart from that, we just have to right click on the HTML file and click on the open with live server. Let's wait for some time. So here what we are getting, dictionary app as we have written, and input field we have made use of button, as well as what we have to do with the JavaScript is, whenever I type something if I want to get the definition of such certain word, I'll be writing here, I'll be writing in the input field. So, and I'll hit the button search. So whenever I will search for the particular word, it will display here. The definition of that word will be displayed here. So that we have to do making use of JavaScript. So what I'll do is, I'll just create the index.js file. So I'll include that one within the script tag, src index.js. So next what we'll do, we'll start writing JavaScript, right? First what we'll do is, we'll be making use of function. We just give the name search. So first what we'll do, we'll make use of async and await. Before that, what we'll do is, we'll just this is the function triggered when the user clicks the search button, right? I had showed you the search button, and also it fetches the definition of the word entered by the user and displays it. That is what this function does. What we'll be doing first is, I'll just be taking the variable input, just make use of document get element by ID. I'll be making use of the ID search input, what we have taken in the input, right? This I'll be making use of. And we want the value, right? So, sorry, it's just value. This is one thing. What this does is, I'll just comment it out and write, this function fetches the definition of the word entered by the user and displays it, right? So, yeah. Next, what we'll be making use of is, we'll be making use of error handling mechanism. You might have heard of try and catch block. We'll be making use of try and catch, right? First thing, what we'll do first is, we'll make an asynchronous request to the API to fetch the definition of the word. How we can do it? Suppose for the API, let's search for dictionary API, right? Just search, just click on the first one. I'll be taking this one. So what I'll do is, I'll just take the variable response. I'll just make use of await. So we can make use of the async and await. What async and await does is, await makes the function wait for the promise, and async makes the function return the promise. So if you are making use of await, we have to make use of async as well. As I've said, async makes the function return the promise, await makes the function wait for the promise. So I'll be make use of await, and also I'll make use of fetch. So I'll just make use of template literals. I'll copy the API. Instead of the word, I'll just make use of along with the input. So why we are making use of here input within the flat braces? I mean, this is equivalent to what we are typing in the input field, right? So suppose if I want to get the definition of the apple, so this is equivalent to, suppose this is equivalent to apple. So this is one thing. I just gave an example. So next what we'll do, we will pass the response as JSON. For that, we'll just take const data is equal to await of response.json. Next, what we need to do, suppose if the response contains data, right, we have to extract the definition and display it. So for that one, we will be making use of if condition. If this one data, if the response contains data, right, we just have to extract the definition and display it. Of data, and the length of the data is greater than 0. Then what we have to do, we just have to extract the definition and display it. For that one, I'll just take variable definition data, so 0, definition. So how we can extract the definition? We have to make use of document.getElementById. This one will be making use of definition and the HTML is equal to, we'll set it to definition. Next, what we'll be doing is, else if the response is empty, right, then we'll just display a message indicating that definition not found or definition is not found, something similar. So what we'll do for that, document.getElementById. So same thing, definition dot in a HTML. This time what will be given? With definition not found. You can give anything. I'll just give definition not found. So next what we'll be doing, I'll just make use of catch. Suppose if an error occurs during the fetch operation, right, we'll just display the error message. For that one, what we'll be doing is, I'll just console log, or we can make use of console error. I'll just mention error fetching definition error. We can make use of document.getElementById. Same thing, the definition dot in a HTML equal to failed to fetch definitions or something similar, whatever you feel. And just give, please try again later. So this is it. This is it for the JavaScript. So let's just check let's just come to HTML file and press on open with link live server. Suppose we search for Apple. So we are not getting anything, right? What's the problem? Let's check. So what we have done wrong is, let's check. Okay, I have misspelled here. Let me format it out once. Let's check again. Let's give Apple. Still it's not working. Let's check again. So we'll just check what is wrong. Here everything is right. It's good. It's also good. So everything is good. So what have I missed? So yeah, we'll be attaching event listener. What I'll do is, I'll just give document.getElement by ID. Like I'll just attach the event listener on click. I'll just give here on click. Just give the search button. This has to be ID. Sorry. So yeah. Let's check. Just give Apple. So yeah. Now it is working. Suppose if we leave it blank, if we search for it, we are getting failed to fetch definition. Please try again later. And if I search for any other word like color, the spectral composition of visible light, we are getting. So I'll search one more word. I just give random arriving motion cause without definite direction. Yeah, we are getting this works perfectly. Yeah, I just missed this one. You have to attach the event listener. Click and just give the ID over here in the button named search button and involve it here. So yeah, now everything works fine. Let's check one more last one. An opportunity as a possibility. Everything is working fine. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching.